The taking of a Capra World Slam is probably the single most physically difficult accomplishment in the mountain hunting world. The Capra goats live in some of the steepest, most difficult, and dangerous mountain habitats on the face of the earth. Grand Slam Club Ovis has defined well over 30 different trophy categories for the world's wild mountain Capra species. An individual is designated as having achieved the Capra World Slam when he or she has successfully taken and documented with GSCO at least 12 different species or subspecies from the above-mentioned recognized trophy categories. Tonight, we want to recognize several Grand Slam Club Ovis members who've reached this milestone and documented it in the archives of GSCO. So please hold your applause until everyone in this group has been introduced. As your name is called, please quickly make your way to the stage. And now for our first group. Alex Brucker of British Columbia has been a great supporter of GSCO, having been a regular at our conventions that began in 2005. We now get to honor him for his Capra World Slam that he completed in 2013 by taking an excellent Kuban Western Tour in Russia. Backing up a few years, we see that his second Capra goat was a Balkan Chamois in 2006. Skipping forward to 2008, we find that he took a mid-Asian Ibex. In 2009, Alex traveled to Iran and got the Persian Desert Ibex. And in 2009, he got 2 Ibex from Spain, and we chose to show you his Southeastern to illustrate that trip. Congratulations, Alex. Jerry Bush of Colorado has been at almost all the GSCO conventions, and it's a great pleasure to honor him tonight for his Capra World Slam. It didn't come easy for Jerry, as he had 2 unsuccessful hunts for a mid-Asian Ibex trying to finish up. However, in December 2013, he did get number 12, which was the highly desirable Anatolian Chamois from Turkey. Number 11 for Jerry came in December 2012 and was an outstanding Himalayan Ibex from Pakistan. You've seen and will see some of Jerry's other great trophies, but we had to mention his Bezor Ibex from 2011 that made the cover of Ovis. Congratulations, Jerry. Paul DeCleva of Texas took 3 Chamois in November 2012 to complete his Capra World Slam. First was the Alpine from Austria, then the Carpathian from Romania, and finally the Balkan Chamois was number 12 for him. Ironically, his last 6 trophies for the Capra World Slam were all Chamois, and we decided to show you his outstanding Pyrenean from Spain in 2009. The last trophy we chose to represent Paul's Capra Slam is his excellent Gritos Ibex taken in Spain in 2007. It was an outstanding Gritos Ibex from Spain that completed the Capra World Slam in November 2013 for Graham Derbyshire of Oregon. Leading up to that event were some other notable trophies, including an American Mountain Goat from 2011. In 2010, Graham also went to Spain and took a couple of trophies there. But we want to show his Cantabrian Chamois from that trip. Continuing to back up, you're going to see his Bezor Ibex from 2008 and his Altai Ibex from Mongolia taken in 2003. 2013 yielded 3 extremely important Capra trophies for Daryl Hosker of British Columbia. They were important because they completed his Capra World Slam, but they're also important because they're 3 of the most desirable trophies on earth. The first one you saw was the Suleiman Markhor from Pakistan. Next was the Himalayan Ibex, also from Pakistan, and then the Mid-Asian Ibex from Kyrgyzstan. That was number 12 for Daryl's Capra Slam. Daryl took 5 great Capra goats in 2011, and we chose the Dagestan Eastern Tour and Persian Desert Ibex to illustrate that particular year. The last trophy you see is Daryl's Gobi Ibex from 2010, and his daughter was along for that Mongolian adventure. An Altai Ibex from 1999 was the trophy that started Art Johnson of Nevada on his way toward an eventual Capra World Slam. He hunted in Switzerland in 2004 and got an Alpine Chamois and the Alpine Ibex that you see here. That's GSCO's Dennis Campbell with Art as they climbed the mountain together that day. 2013 was the year Art got the job done. but he took 2 ibex in Spain in 2012, leading up to the culmination, and we chose his Grados to illustrate that trip. It was a Sind ibex from Pakistan that actually completed Art's Capra Slam, and while he was there, he went ahead and added number 13, the Himalayan ibex we finish up with for this tribute. Five of the last 6 trophies needed for a Capra World Slam were chamois for Ralph Markham of Alabama. The first one you saw here was a 2012 Carpathian from Romania, and that was number 12. We also chose an Alpine chamois from 2011 and a Cantabrian chamois from 2009 to illustrate the 5 chamois mentioned. Number 11 for Ralph was a Bassetti Ibex from Spain in 2011. To finish up, we chose another Ibex from Spain, which was a Southeastern that Ralph took on a 2008 trip there. Ben Siegmiller of Utah completed his Capra World Slam in 2008 with the Alpine chamois that you see here. In 2006, he got his Gobi Ibex from Mongolia. He got both the Pyrenean chamois and Grados Ibex on the Spain trip in 2004, and we're illustrating that with his Grados. That was actually his 3rd trip to Spain. On his 2nd, he got a Cantabrian chamois in 2002. On his first trip to Spain, he took the other 3 ibex found there, and we chose his Bassetti to represent that first Spain trip. Backing up to 1997, we see that Ben took an American mountain goat, so he's definitely been after the mountain species for quite a while. Since he completed his Capra World Slam in 2008, he's added 4 more, including a Mallorcan wild goat, on his 4th trip to Spain. Look out, Super 20, as Ben seems to be heading in that direction. The smiling face you see on the screen should be familiar, and yes, it's sculptor Rick Taylor of British Columbia with one of the 7 Capra trophies that he took in 2013. Yes, you've heard it correctly, as Rick certainly got after the Capra goats that year. That first trophy to represent 2013 was a Pyrenean chamois from Spain. You also saw Rick with a Southeastern Ibex and also a Grados Ibex from that same trip. Leaving 2013, we back up to 2011 to highlight Rick's trip to Pakistan, where he took a Sind Ibex. We chose 2 excellent photos of trophies Rick took in 2005, one being his Mongolian Altai Ibex, and the other Rick with the 2 Dagestan Eastern Tours that he took in Azerbaijan. To round out this tribute, we show you the Ibex that started Rick on his way to Capra hunting, his 1987 Mid-Asian Ibex. "2013 was an amazing year for Craig Willis of Texas. That year, he took 8 of the 12 trophies needed for a Capra World Slam. We've illustrated those with a Carpathian chamois, a Grados Ibex, and an Alpine Ibex. 2012 was a good year as well, and you're going to see both the Kuban Western Tour and a Mid-Caucasian Tour, of course, both from Russia. Craig took them that year. We'll finish up by using Craig's first Capra trophy, which was an American mountain goat taken in 2006. That completes our first group of Capra World Slammers. Let's give them a big round of applause. Just as with the Ovis World Slam, so many continue to hunt the Capra goats after reaching their original Capra World Slam milestone. Tonight we have several members who have documented their Capra World Slam Super 20s and Super 30s since our last convention. We want to honor them now, but please hold your applause until everyone in this group has been introduced. As your name is called, please quickly make your way to the stage. The Caucasus Mountain Trophies are usually considered the most difficult of the Capra animals. To get a Capra Super 20, one almost has to have at least some of those 4. Jay Fernie of Colorado, in fact, has all 4 within his Capra Super 20. You've seen his Dagestan Eastern Tour from 2007, his Kuban Western Tour also from 2007, his Mid-Caucasian Tour from that same year, and even his Caucasian Chamois from 2007. Yes, Jay got all 4 on one trip, and that's an amazing accomplishment. We want to back up to show the beginning of this quest for Jay, and it was an American mountain goat from 1993. To finish up, it was in April 2013 that Jay traveled to Spain, getting a Ronda and southeastern ibex, and number 2 was the Mallorcan wild goat. Alan Means of Nevada is the next person to recognize for his Capra Super 20. He got that done in 2013 with an excellent mid-Asian ibex from Kyrgyzstan. It had been 6 years between his 19th Capra and number 20. That year was 2007, and among the 3 Capras he took that year was an excellent Anatolian chamois from Turkey. 2006 was also a great year for Alan, as far as the Capra trophies went, as he took 5 that year. We chose the Himalayan ibex, then the Alpine ibex, and finally the Altai ibex to represent those 2006 trophies. Alan's been a mountain hunter for more than 3 decades, and the last trophy we want to show represents that first decade of the 1980s. You certainly see a younger Alan Means with his 1989 Dagestan Eastern Tour. Earlier, Alan was recognized for his Ovis Super 30, and at that time, we explained he was the 2011 recipient of the Ovis, which is the #1 mountain hunting award in the world. This man has certainly climbed a lot of mountains in his life. Earlier you saw Darren Millman of Ohio receive his Ovis Super 20 award. He's now to be honored for his Capra Super 20. We began with his 2007 American Mountain Goat, and next you saw his Kuban Western Tour from 2010. The next trophy is a really good Sind Ibex from Pakistan in 2011. Those were all from his original 12 for the Capra World Slam. Obviously, he's taken 8 more, and number 20 for Darren was a Mallorcan wild goat from Spain in 2013. However, he got 4 Capra trophies that year, and a Pyrenean and Cantabrian chamois were among those. To finish up, we want to show the 4th of Darren's 2013 Capra trophies, which is the extremely difficult to get Himalayan tar from Nepal. Zev Niederman of Texas was recognized earlier for his Ovis World Slam. At that time, you saw all 3 of the tours, as this transition species counts as both Ovis and Capra trophies. Because they're so important to the Capra Super 20, we've shown those to you again, as Zev took 2 of them in 2013. Also, while he was in the Caucasus Mountains, he was able to get the 4th desirable trophy from there, which is a Caucasian chamois. Backing up a bit, we wanted to show you Zev's Alpine Ibex from Switzerland that he took in 2009 and a Basadi Ibex in 2010. Congratulations, Zev, on reaching this additional milestone. We next want to recognize Hobson Reynolds of Georgia for his Capra Super 20. This man is absolutely specialized in hunting the Capra goats of the world. Even though we're recognizing him for the Capra Super 20, we count 28 on his list that qualify toward what we're sure will be his eventual Super 30. You've seen some of his trophies already, but we want to especially use some of his most recent from 2011, 2012, and 2013. You've seen examples of his 3 2011 trophies, which are as tough as it gets, and those were the Caucasian chamois and both Kuban Western and Mid-Caucasian tours. Guess what? Those were not even taken on the same trip, as he had to go back for the chamois. Some extremely difficult to obtain 2012 trophies were the Lotatra chamois and Himalayan tar. We hope you've enjoyed getting to see all these trophies, and we appreciate Hobson getting everything documented all at one time. Kenneth Barr of California has certainly done a lot of mountain hunting, and since he's being recognized tonight as one of the very few to complete a Capra Super 30, that fact, of course, should be most evident. We've chosen a group of excellent photos to represent Ken's milestone, and began with an Alpine Ibex from 2010. You next saw his Persian Desert Ibex from Iran in 2011. The next photo you see is an unusual trophy, which is a Bezor Hybrid Ibex from Turkey. Now we come to the last trophies for Ken, and they epitomize the difficulty of hunting the Capra goats. In March 2013, Ken traveled to Pakistan to get the Himalayan Ibex you see here. He also was able to get a rare Bukharan Markhor in Tajikistan only a month earlier in February 2013. What a way to complete a Capra Super 30. We're so pleased to be able to honor Murat Boyasioglu of Turkey for his Capra World Slam Super 30. The first trophy we must mention is Murat's home country Anatolian chamois, a truly amazing specimen that he took in 2006. He completed his Super 20 in 2010 when he took 7 different Capra trophies, but he only needed 4 for the Super 20. 3 of those 7 were the difficult Caucasus Mountains trophies, the Mid-Caucasian and Kuban Western Tur, and the Caucasian chamois. One of Murat's other 2010 trophies was a very typical Persian desert ibex from Iran. In 2009, yielded 3 trophies from Murat, and we'll show you his excellent Altai ibex and Carpathian chamois. We've chosen 2 of his 2008 trophies, the Himalayan ibex and Sindh ibex from Pakistan. We must also show the Dagestan Eastern Tur Murat took in 2004, which was the 4th Caucasus Mountains Capra trophy for him. So you see, Murat was busy leading up to his Super 20, and has continued his frantic mountain hunting for the Super 30. In 2011, Murat took 4 Capra trophies, and in 2012, 2 more. As a representative, see his New Zealand Tar from 2011. Now we must mention the final 2 for Murat's Super 30. First, you're going to see Murat with his very difficult to obtain Nubian ibex from Sudan. Yes, that's legendary outfitter Angelo Desi next to Murat in the photo. The final trophy for Murat came in North America. He traveled to BC in September 2012 and reached this great milestone with an American mountain goat. Congratulations to Murat, and this tribute shows that he certainly traveled to many areas and climbed many mountains to get the job done. Dennis Campbell of Alabama finally reached the Capra Super 30 in December 2013. He did so with a Chartreuse Chamois from France. It had been a couple of years between his number 29 trophy and number 30, but that number 29 was an excellent mid-Asian ibex from Kazakhstan. In 2009, Dennis traveled to Slovakia for a second try at the Low Tatra Chamois, but was successful that year. One of the rarest Capra trophies is the Nubian ibex from Sudan, and that one came for Dennis in 2008. Dennis traveled to Greece in 2007 and was able to get the Kri ibex on Sapienza Island with an open-sighted shotgun, no less. 2006 was a good year for Dennis in that he got the Carpathian chamois from Romania, Balkan chamois from Macedonia, and he went to Turkey and got a really outstanding Bizor hybrid ibex there as well. To reach the Capra Super 30, some of the more rare or difficult to obtain Capra goats have to be sought out in different corners of the world. The Bizor hybrid ibex you have seen was taken by Paige Mays of Ohio as number 30 on the Capra list. As for the last 10 he's gotten since completing his Super 20, we want to show you his Gobi ibex from 2012, taken in Mongolia. He also went to Mongolia in 2011, and on that trip got an Altai ibex. Paige Mays had a double knee replacement a few years ago, and he didn't let that slow him down on hunting some of the most difficult trophies in the world. The Himalayan Tar you see here was taken by Paige when he traveled to Nepal's Himalayan mountains in 2011. Another extremely difficult trophy on Paige's list is his 2008 Dagestan Eastern Tur. There are many more, of course, but let us simply say congratulations to this great supporter of GSCO. Alan Smith of Washington has certainly been after the mountain animals over the last few years. On a December 2012 trip to Turkey, he completed his Capra World Slam Super 30 by taking both a Bizor ibex and a very interesting Bizor hybrid ibex from Turkey. Staying with 2012, please see his Pyrenean chamois taken in Spain. From the same trip, we also wanted to show you the outstanding photo of his Cantabrian chamois that appeared as the closing shot of the summer 2012 issue of Ovis. As for 2011, Alan took 2 of the most desirable Capra trophies on earth in Pakistan. See here his beautiful Kashmir Markhor and an outstanding Suleiman Markhor. Alan was one of the lucky ones able to travel to Iran in 2011, and we'll finish up by showing you the excellent Persian Desert Ibex that he took there. We could have shown much more, but wanted to show you the latest few great photos that Alan sent to document his Super 30. We'd also like to take this opportunity to congratulate Alan as being this year's Weatherby Award winner, and that ceremony was held earlier this month on January 8th. That completes all of our awards for tonight. We chose this Friday night banquet to honor so many of our members for their amazing accomplishments. We hope you have enjoyed this year's video presentations, so one last time, let's give them all a big hand.